Hey guys, it's Daniel, host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back with another Walking Dead Season 8 video leading up to The Walking Dead Season 8. 2 weeks away. Man, couldn't come anytime sooner. So excited for the second half of The Walking Dead, especially because all these promos are coming out. 2 weeks left. But also, before I get into this video, I just want to say, of course, tonight is the episode of The Plague, the Season 2 finale, Episode 10. So, very excited for that as well. Really can't wait to see the season finale. I promised I would do a live viewing reaction, and I will be doing that. I can try for tonight, but I might only be able to watch it tomorrow. So, because I got other stuff going on too today, so I might only be able to get my reaction video up tomorrow. So that's something. But tomorrow, definitely by tomorrow, I will have my live viewing reaction for the season finale of The Plague. So that's pretty cool. So no promises for it for today because it does come out kind of late. But at least here, because we're 1 hour ahead, so it's actually at 8 o'clock when it comes out here. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. But anyway, really cool stuff. So of course, 2 weeks before The Walking Dead returns. So I decided, why don't I do a video talking about my expectations for the just the mid-season premiere, the first couple episodes really. So of course, I'm pretty sure that now I have a feeling, and I'm sure a lot of people probably don't know this, but this is just a little theory in mind that I have. We'll have to see 2 weeks from now when when the episode airs if I'm right. But we see a lot of scenes in the trailer, just a few, where Carl, there has actually been a recent trailer that AMC has released. It's called the Behind the Scenes of the second half of Season 8. So check that out on AMC. I'll link that down in the description below. It's really, really cool. And there's a scene in that trailer where he's Carl, he's lifting up his shirt and he's looking and he sees the bite in the mirror. And then there's another scene where him and Siddiq are ready to go underground, and he looks like he's doing pretty fine. And there's certain parts in the promo where it looks like they're going to be showing a flashback sequence of after he gets bit in the woods, and maybe actually showing us when he got bit. I have a feeling that in the intro of episode 9, they're going to show us how he got bit and when he got bit, if it wasn't in the woods with Siddiq. So I have a feeling it was, we just didn't see it, and they didn't show it to us because they didn't want us to know he was going to die until the mid-season finale. So that's pretty cool, pretty sneaky also. But I'm hoping that in this flashback, we probably see, this is probably the intro of the episode, to be honest with you. We're going to see what happened with Carl, how he got bit, and just what he does with Siddiq. Maybe says, you come down here, nobody needs to see you right now. So pretty cool stuff right there. So I'm expecting that flashback sequence of him checking himself, being like, oh my god, I'm bit, and then maybe writing a note to Rick, because we see a scene in the trailer where Rick is standing out in the woods alone, and he's he has some kind of paper in his hand, and he's reading it, and it looks like probably that's the scene. Honestly, I don't think that we're gonna see Rick talk to Carl and him say, before Lori died, she told me, I was gonna beat the world, you will. That's something you would say in a note, something like that. So I have a feeling that that's where they're going with this, and that will be the intro sequence, and then maybe, just maybe, we could see how he got bit. So that I have a feeling that for the rest of this episode. Now, in episode 9, I know a lot of people are saying, what about the kingdom, Carol, and all that stuff? Ezekiel's captured right now. They could mix that into the mid-season premiere to show us some action, because we're probably not going to get too much, because we're going to get the sad Carl is going to be dying, kind of stuff. So to include some action in there, you're going to have the Carol and Ezekiel and Morgan stuff. They're going to be going in there, saving Ezekiel most likely. It looks like Gavin has a gun towards Ezekiel, and he's about to kill Ezekiel. So that's going to be a pretty intense scene right there, I have a feeling. And it looks like right now, what's going to happen is that he's about to shoot Ezekiel, and then that's when Carol comes in, the huge bomb goes off and she's like shooting with the machine gun and gets Ezekiel out of there. Maybe now, I'm not sure she kills Gavin. That's kind of up in the air. I'm not really sure if she kills Gavin. She could not. That's really, really hard to tell. However, I have a feeling that where they're going with this is that they're going to have Carol go in there and get Ezekiel out, and then Ezekiel's going to run away. And then, you guys remember in the first promo they showed for this half season, after the mid-season finale, there's a scene where Carol's like getting shot at herself and she's like getting gunned down and she's like falling down, right? Like when she's like falling down, right? So I'm guessing then the Saviors are going to fire at her to try to get Ezekiel back. Ezekiel's going to run, maybe meet up with Morgan. Carol will finish the job and then meet up with Morgan and Ezekiel. And then at some point in time here, maybe there's still some Saviors left. So he says, so take Ben, take the rest of the Kingdom people to the hilltop, and then Morgan is going to take care of the rest of the Saviors. Takes care of the rest of them, and then he meets back up at the hilltop with the rest of them, and they go to the hilltop. So that's just a guess. Of course, we don't know exactly for sure if Morgan is actually going to do exactly what I'm saying here, but that's just a prediction. So then we're going to get the death of Carl, most likely, and I think that, honestly, Rick will accept Siddiq as a member of the group, especially after that. So I think he'll die, he'll get weak, and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be pretty sad. And then we're probably going to get around this point in time, the death of Carl, his last final words, maybe a slip-in right there saying, don't kill Negan, and then a little dialogue right there, like, why? I have to, I have to. And then that's when Carl might be like, no, if you don't need to, they do something like that, because, they're really leading to they're really making it seem like the reason why he's dying is for Rick not to kill Negan. So if that's what they're doing, and if that's the stupid idea that they're going with, that would be really cool. So that's when they're gonna bury him. You're gonna see the scene where Rick's there with Michonne, and I feel like Michonne's gonna be like, Rick, are you coming? And he's like, yeah, just give me a second, something like that, right? And I hope I'm not exactly describing this episode, because then people are going to be like, oh, spoilers, you spoiled the whole thing. This is just a prediction, guys. But then Rick's probably going to be on his own. And he's probably, I'm going to assume, have the part that we saw in the premiere where he's going to be like, my mercy prevails over my wrath. And then he's going to leave the grave. Now, whether or not he leaves the hat with him, I would like him to leave the hat. I think that would just be, just on top of the grave or something. However, we don't see it on top of the grave in episode 9. So maybe they bury him with, I don't know. So that's still up in the air too. So then I have a feeling the way they're going to end this episode. Also, Daryl and the others that were in the sewer will be on their way to Hilltop. So that's something also. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how would you end this episode? And I think I got it. And I think what they should do is end the episode where, like I said, Rick says, my mercy prevails over my wrath. He sees Carl's note, and he's just out in the woods. He's thinking about it, and he's thinking, maybe there's a quick scene, they could really do something cool where he imagines himself killing Negan, cold-blooded like that. And, something's not right, so, and then maybe he gets, maybe he, pictures the cell, and they could really do some cool stuff with that, but I don't think they're going to go that far. If I was the director, that's what I personally do, but that would kind of spoil how the season's going to end, if it's going to end like that. So, me personally, I think that's how it's going to go, and then they could end the episode. There's the scene in the trailer where Rick he's in the woods, and he's talking to Negan on the radio. I feel like they could end the episode where Rick is talking to Negan on the radio and telling him that Carl died. That would be a good ending. And then maybe the radio goes silent, and then that's maybe how they end it. Because maybe Negan's like, oh, wow, the kid died, So they could do something like that, I feel like, to really end the episode. And then that's when you get the scene where he's like, who's next? And he's like, you are, So something like that. I think that would be really cool. So that is really, really exciting. Also, I'm wondering how vicious Rick's going to be now, because there's a lot of stuff going on. He has the coat, so, whenever Rick has the coat and, the beard, he starts to get a little crazy. He's just going to lose Carl, too. So Rick might not be too, I wouldn't, to be honest, I really wouldn't be surprised. As much as I hate it, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually killed Negan in the TV show version. Because I don't think they're going to do it. I really don't think they're going to do it. But I honestly, let's just say for a minute Rick killed Negan. Let's just say he killed Negan. That honestly would not be out of character, even if Carl got killed. Because he is going to lose Carl. And, losing that part of him that he thought, would out-survive him, and actually Rick's going to out-survive Carl instead, which, I really thought Carl would out-survive Rick, but it's the opposite. So, I think that if Rick killed Negan, I don't think he's going to. I'm just saying, let's look at it in a realistic term. If Rick killed Negan, I wouldn't hate Rick at all. I really wouldn't, because because it is still in character either way. But I feel like the reason why they're killing Carl Grimes is just for that. So if that's why they're killing him, then definitely keep Negan alive. So that's all I got to say about that. So then I feel like we're going to follow up. We're going to have probably episode 10, maybe the journey to Hilltop. We might get the stuff with Simon. Looks like he might be killing all of Jadis's people. Might just kill him, straightforward. Maybe not listen to what Negan told him. Because there's no way Negan's going to say, okay, go to the junkyard and kill all of Jadis's people. Because everybody knows, it looks like Simon is probably going to come and kill Jadis's people in the promo. If you've seen my breakdown, you know what I mean. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So, I feel like then the war is probably going to continue on. Maybe some back and forth fighting. We might see a Rick and Negan face off wherever the heck they are. It looks like they're in some kind of dark place or something. So, my people, they're coming. Is like, this is where you die. So, where that scene takes place and how that works is very tricky. Are they messing with us? I don't think they are this time, because it looks like they are actually in the same place. There's like a yellow-brownish kind of deserted wall behind them. Rick in the background of him, same wall as the wall behind Negan. So I think, honestly, they might actually be face-to-face. Wouldn't that be crazy if we saw a Rick and Negan fist fight? They ran out of ammo, and it like let's say all the saviors, let's say Daryl and the others killed the saviors, right? And they're looking for Rick, and maybe they're walking in the wrong direction. Rick and Negan get stuck together, and Negan thinks, he's like, well, my people, they're coming, but really Daryl and the others actually killed all of his men, so, but Daryl and the others don't know where Rick is, so let's say they track and they go the wrong way or something, and Rick and Negan have a fist fight. They run out of ammo, too. Maybe Negan doesn't have Lucille at the moment, something like that, and there's a fist fight between Rick and Negan. That would be really cool. Not a definitive, because I feel like we need to see that in the finale. And there's a scene from the comics I'd really like to see with Rick and Negan with the knife scene. I really hope they do that as well. People who read the comics, the knife scene where Rick, slashes Negan, I want to see that. So that's also probably going to be in the finale. So that's some expectations. Really can't wait to see all that stuff. Looks like they're going to be staying at Hilltop. Oceanside might be joining. All the stuff with Carl getting killed. The finale should be great with the resolution of the war. Hopefully him not killing Negan in the end and all that stuff. So that's my expectations for the second half. Morgan, we'll have to see what happens, how he's going to cross over, and all that stuff. I'm getting so hyped for this half season, guys. That's about it. That's basically all I'm expecting. The continuation of the war, Carl dying, Rick not killing Negan. Maybe the journey to Hilltop is a little difficult. Maybe Dwight getting gun to the head by Tara just because something maybe says something wrong, or I don't know. Maybe he tries to escape. So. I don't know, that's some cool stuff. Negan gunking his weapons in zombie blood, Rick not killing Negan, and maybe just a little hint of the whispers at the end of the season. That'd be pretty cool. So, anyway, guys, that's my expectations. Really can't wait to see it, though, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.